If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the Village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch.
Hey, buy our merch indeed.
Here we are, struggling, trying to get 20 thumbs ups here. We got them. Yay. Thank you guys. Hopefully we can get 40.
Guys, we need to get 40 likes, huh?
So help us out.
One of these days, if we get 150 likes, I will do an extra song at the end of the thing.
That's a good idea.
That's $125 value for literally depressing your finger. Boop.
We can put up a poll too.
Guys, we're going to have a lot of contests actually in the future pretty soon here because we're about to launch something unrelated to the channel, but we're going to need all hands on deck to make this thing work. And if it does work, it's going to free up even more time for us to do even more videos. So I do believe it's going to work. It's tried and true. But I'm banking completely. Say hello to the people. They want to see you. I'm banking completely on.
Hi.
Oh, this is Selah.
Stand next to her.
Little head down.
Yeah,
over here.
Like
Come
Erica and them. Like they. This is the buy our merch girl. Say it.
Buy our merch.
A child shall lead them. Now get out of my house. Not my house. Go downstairs. Close the door.
Bye.
Bye.
I
don't know.
They did that in that Jesus show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did. He did a really good job. Thank you very much, Jinx, for liking our Weird Al reactions. That was one of my favorites. New Ghost song, Hunter's Moon is great. Yeah.
Amy Lee Juicier.
Guys, pay attention the next couple days. You might see something very interesting. Holy shit, 32 likes. I think if we get 60 likes in the night, it'll be a record. Who knows? Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah.
Amy Lee said she can get you 150 likes for $10. So she said it's a good deal.
Yeah,
okay.
Amy always finds. Hey, what's up, Davey? Amy always finds the hole in my logic. I'll be talking to her. She'll be like, "Vin, you're an idiot." Da, 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 da. I'm like, holy shit, she's right. This is why she did what she did and I did what I did. Because I can't tell you how many times those people like. I was like, well, why? Why can't we do that? And the guy's like, you'll die. That's why you'll die. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It looks pretty good. And he was right. Unfortunately, a couple people didn't listen.
Really?
Rest in peace, bro. I you know how I usually feel bad for people?
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for those guys, man.
Interesting.
I don't feel bad for them at all.
I'm wearing Friday the 13th PJ pants.
Today's Friday the 13th?
No, I'm just wearing them.
Oh.
They're Vin's.
All right.
All right.
What's up, Dr. Vescao? This should be a very interesting night with this guy.
We figured out why our stream was so laggy yesterday. It's because we didn't have the internet directly plugged in. So tonight should go much better. So let's start this stream, bitches.
Let's start it right, bitches.
Okay.
Work Every Day by Brother Ali.
No. I got an introduction.
And we have an introduction. So before we do the introduction, we're going to do Work Every Day by Brother Ali. Go ahead.
Introduction. Agents... How do you say it? Con anima?
Con anima.
With soul enthusiasm is what that means.
So anima, animation, soul enthusiasm. I got it.
The agents are back with another mega stream, a diverse and interesting mix of musical alchemy. It was an enjoyable process putting this together, and we hope that you enjoy it. Hey, where's the stream symbol?
That's the big homie Negative Vibes.
Yeah, this first song is Negative Vibes is the one that
I really like this alliance. You know, I'm waiting for like 2 or 3 people to get together and do an album, right? Mm-hmm. You know, because 8 songs. I mean, that's
right.
So if you have an album that you want, there's other things. We'll probably need to shoot an update commercial. If you want to do an album, don't buy all the songs yourself. Hook up with other people who like the album and then do it like these guys.
Join forces.
I don't want to. I mean, that's their thing. They're doing great with it. Don't reinvent the wheel. I'm just saying, like, think outside the box. Okay. Enough of my talking. Nobody cares. Let's do the music, bitches.
Here's the comment for this song. This is Brother Ali, Work Every Day by the big homie Negative Vibes is the one that suggested this one. The comment was, Brother Ali is an albino Muslim rapper from Minneapolis.
Whoa.
And a personal role model for me. Both from this broad boots-on-the-ground activism and unerring devotion to speaking the truth, his track from 2012, Work Every Day, should help provide fresh air and clean out some of the Tom McDonald residue. All right.
Negative vibe.
And with that insult, here we go.
Shout out to Tom McDonald. Shout out to Tom McDonald. I tell you what, man. I'm a ride and die with our group, man. Our group is this guy Negative Vibe. We not playing with you over here.
Okay, are we putting the song up in there?
Yeah. I just changed the color.
What's happening?
I'm being dumb. I
feel like I'm doing all my great intros and then we just let it hang there.
You see this guy right there? Look at Joan. I can't stand this because it's Rick and Morty, and every time I ran into this motherfucker in Fortnite, he always kills me.
Yep.
I cannot stand it.
Yeah, he does. Every time. Well, you know what? He's
every
hard
time.
to see, I think.
Yeah, I think it's because he but I can't stand his face. He's got this little arrogant face he walked around.
Oh my goodness.
Kills you. Okay, this is the longest intro for a song ever. Okay, Work Every Day, Brother Ali, let's go.
Damn, man.
Oh, he really is a Muslim.
Man, I'm broken in the old VCR, man. I need a job. Are they hiring at your job? I got a stack of red bills at my house, man. Look like Valentine's Day at the crib. My kids eating leftovers, man. I can't fool them no more. It's job time. My God, it's gotta be more to life than this. It's gotta be a bigger reason that I exist. Work to eat, to earn my keep, and ensure somewhere to sleep and spend the weekend buying. Don't need economist to know I need a pot to piss. Follow politics, man, I ain't got no time to think. What I got to set aside for my retirement. Cop a double shift, pay somebody to watch the kids. Sick of all this, but can't take a off day. Doctor's office, I can't swing the copay. Trapped in a network, lucky just to get work. They celebrate every week, nobody gets hurt. Greed can never leave well enough alone. They keep on squeezing till we bleed from every bone. And we'll strive hard and stress about the rent. Probably still die pouring in debt without a cent. But I guess I'll carry my ass down to the county, see what they talking about. Wow. But you know they treat you like you shot somebody just cause you need a little help. You telling me you ain't never been down on your luck? Never tried to make the man's meet, but just got stuck. Never slaved at a gig like a bum with a cup. Had it all your pennies up and you still ain't had enough. And them jobs full up, they ain't hiring. I'm barely surviving, not enough to get by with. Hunger is a constant problem, stomach steady growling. People getting shot in my environment. Study, go to college, is what them people hollering. Too many roadblocks in the way, it's not an option. To say that it's impossible, I would be lying. You ain't got a chance if you're not up in that top 10. A couple got a scholarship, but I am not them. Ain't got the skills to pay the bills, so my pockets are thin. So until I cop a gig and my hardship ends, finna line myself up at your welfare office again. I expect to be accepted as the man that I am, respectfully and appreciatively, man. God damn, you must be out your mind. Do you see this Tea Party stuff, man? People look broke they damn self. Are they serious? People stressing. Here's the question: how to give people drinking tea in a recession? It's deception. How absurd is this? How are so many poor people conservative? A pro artist, I put it in the good music. A con artist, job to make you look stupid. Looky here, I teach you how to look through it. First thing you need to know is every con got a hook to it. They seduce you with a little bit of well, so you can have some of these crumbs for yourself.
Wow.
The government doesn't make us help anyone else. You stuck a red sign on your foreclosed house, make you think you're taking back your nation. Then they turn it over to a major corporation. Those companies took the jobs overseas, and you handed them the wallet out your pocket for free. You're staring in the skies with dollar signs for eyes. The blind right wing of a bird that can't fly. Just a peacock with a poked out gut, who too fat to fly, so it's just strut. But
Oh, that's Trump, huh?
yeah, they so criminal minded. We've been blinded, looking for an honest job and can't find it. They got a job bill, we got a light bill. If we don't pay ours, our life is quite real.
Every day, got to work. Every day, got to work. Every day.
That was Brother Ali.
Wow.
Morning America and Dreaming in Color. I was going back and forth with Becky. She's like, he doesn't have anything on Tom McDonald. Becky, this guy's a real rapper.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's a real rapper. Like, a real rapper. Like, normal people cannot do what this guy just did. Anybody can do what Tom McDonald does. And I'll make a differentiation. Tom McDonald's skill set, the thing that makes Tom McDonald so rich is not his rap skills. I'm sure he knows his rap skills are very pedestrian and elementary, but he understands the time and he knows how to manipulate social media. This guy, this guy does not. He's a much better, and that's because look.
Oh, because you haven't heard of him. That's why you're saying that.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so he doesn't know
correct.
how to.
I mean,
yeah.
he's Tom McDonald's on Fox News, all this shit. He would never be on Fox News.
Right.
All those people that that love him now would completely mock him if they didn't hear what came out of his mouth. It's because we're so polarized right now that you don't even have to be very skillful or informed. You just have to take a side. And everybody on that side is going to say that you're great, and everybody on the other side is going to, whatever. But shout out to Tom McDonald. Okay. I'm going to, this is a straight up rap song. I thought there was going to be some metal in it.
Nope.
But honestly though, rap is such a good medium because you can, it's especially like East Coast rap is almost exclusively focused on lyrical content. Mm-hmm. And so that can really get you in a situation where, you at minimum you get more respect than the average bearer. Say it that way. Okay, so here are let's look at the lyrics. What's up, Hornet?
I liked verse 1. My God, there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be a bigger reason that I exist.
Yeah.
Work to eat, to earn my keep, to ensure somewhere to sleep, and spend the weekend buying shit. I think. Oh yeah, he must have gone this and shit. Exist, keep.
I'm broker than an old VCR. I need a job. And are they hiring at your job? I got a stack of red bills at my house. It looks like Valentine's Day at the crib. My kids are eating leftovers, man. I can't fool them no more. It's job time. This is probably autobiographic because
probably
he's a rapper. So when he says, I can't fool him no more, it's job time. That's probably him trying to support himself only on his rap career.
Right.
But he's got to concede and get another job because, it is what it is.
That's too bad.
So like this is a real world conversation, right? And obviously the Fox News folks are not gonna. This guy's not gonna make Fox News. Right?
Yeah, it sucks too because like, so in my previous marriage, you know, my husband was working this job that was not. I mean, it was the best paying job in the area, but it was not paying much per year. And then you and I, obviously, we got married and we've been doing YouTube and stuff. And I remember the feeling of like, this is as good as it's going to get. Like previously, like with his job.
Yeah.
It was like, this is as good as it's going to get. And it's the best you can get for this area. And this is the best that he can do for his, you know, level of intellect, I guess you could say, or preparation for a job.
His skill set.
His skill set. There's the word. So
I worked with him, and it takes a lot of intellect to do what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like practical intellect, not book intellect.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
But there was no.
I mean, I'm not here defending this. Fucking, I don't care. Fuck you, man. I don't care.
There was no job higher than that. That was it. And so, you know, I was like working my life around that income.
Yep.
And then, you know, obviously, you know, all kinds of stuff happened. And then Vinny and I ended up getting married, and this YouTube popped off, and we're doing this now for a living. And like, who in the world would have thought that? And it's crazy because the more you get into whatever you're doing, the more you realize like how many other opportunities there are to use that same principle to do lots of other things.
Generate revenue. Yeah. I mean, me and well, I'll just say it. Me and DJ were talking like 20 minutes before the stream started. And our business ventures, I'm not going to say what his is, but it's looking pretty good. He was talking about, you know, I want to do X, Y, Z. And I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. This is our plan. You know, we're projecting 5 years. He's projecting 5 years. I am, like, sometimes I'm at a loss. Like, for example, we had a guy 2 or 3 weeks ago. He wanted to start a shirt business, and he needed a little small investment to get his stuff printed, his shirts printed. You remember that situation?
I do.
So I went, cleared it with you, and then we got him the thing, whatever it was. So last night he hits, this was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Last night he hits me up. He goes, man, I want to let you know, I really appreciate what you guys did, but long story short, he fell in a hard time. So the investment we gave him, he had to use it for something else. And I said, hey man, like that's completely cool. You didn't even owe me that, to be honest with you. Once the money leaves my hand, my philosophy is it's not my money anymore, so it's not my business. Mm-hmm. But I thank you so much for that. But I'm always torn because I'm like, part of me is like, just do Teespring, bro.
Yeah. Because
you don't have to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's like a mindset about, you know, and it's, I'm extremely conflicted recently because of how easy it is, apparently, to make money. While simultaneous to that, we have so many friends struggling.
Yep.
And so
That's
I'm like,
what I'm saying. I don't like all this stuff in front of me on the screen. So if you can do something about that.
Yeah, like if like, you know, we just started up the NFT thing yesterday, like,
yeah,
and that's, you know, 75% of the stuff up there is Zoe. Zoe made that.
Yeah, they're down there working on more art.
Yeah, and so you know, I'm like, okay, you know, you're gonna get a cut because it's your property. You know, I mean, we should probably just anything that comes from that set it aside for or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
It's just like there's so many ways to make money, and a lot of it has to do like we talk about this, right? We talk about like, damn, like if we would have known 10 years ago what we know now, like,
oh, I know,
it's insane. You know, so like,
but then I think to myself, wait, but there's so many people that, because right now what I feel like that we have so many opportunities and not enough hands and consciousness to do everything that needs to be done. And then I remember being previously where I was talking before, where, you know, that was as high as it was going to go. And I always felt like, I feel like that I have like the capability of finding a way to like get water from a rock. You know what I mean? Like, how can we do this? But it just... And so I know that there are other people out there that are like... But then I think to myself, well, maybe...
Give me a second. Give me a second. Saber Wolf, do me a favor. Pull yours up. He's saying the audio's off a little bit.
What am I pulling up?
Saber, you know how
This?
you usually have the
stream?
thing? Yeah. Just listen to it. Is our audio off?
Like the capability of finding a way to like... That's fine. Get water from
Okay,
a rock.
that's good.
You know?
All right, good. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Like, go ahead, say it again, because it was, you know.
So I think that, like sometimes I'll be thinking about it. And I'm like, I think that we're going to be able to not just live our lives with all of our children, because we do have a lot of kids, but you know, where you're not working a job outside of the home, we're able to work together and making this happen. And then I think I just wish that this was available to more people, because I think it's so rewarding and whatever. But then I think, well, maybe we're going to start a business that's going to be big enough that, like, who knows, maybe we're going to do something that's like Amazon big, and then we can employ lots of people and give them a living wage and, you know, great benefits. And, you know, so, you know, as it stands
it's
right
funny,
now,
like, the F idea has the capability to become
massive,
very, very big, where we would have to hire a bunch of people, which is always a great problem to have. But I wasn't even thinking that way. But it's good, but I wasn't thinking that way. That's kind of like it's great. What I was thinking of was, man, I want to get all these people to start up their own Amazon business or whatever. But I think what you're talking about is a lot more realistic, because
not everybody can.
Not
do
everybody's
that.
an entrepreneur. No. Like, in the spaces that we're in and the stuff that we watch or whatever, everybody's like, oh, entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. But, like, it's extremely difficult. It's extremely risky. And most people... I was watching a guy yesterday who was talking about consulting, and he was saying, I wouldn't even consult with the vast majority of you. He's like, what have you done? What have you accomplished?
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really hard. So some of this is like, okay... I hear it a lot, especially people who are entrepreneurial. They're like, oh, everybody should start a business, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm like, yo, if I gave this person seed money for Amazon and said, hey, when you know, whatever, like, I don't have, like, that's a plan for me. Like, once we get to the point where, like, I don't consult on YouTube, because I just don't think, people ask me to consult, but I just don't think what we do is replicatable. So, but I do think the Amazon thing is replicatable. Mm-hmm. It just so happened that we got in Amazon at a time when, you know, COVID hit and all the rest of it, and so e-commerce shot up, and it just so happened we began interfacing with that when that happened, by God's grace. So
exactly.
But at the same time, I do remember the grind. I remember when he says here, my God, there's got to be more to life than this. I remember being in the office being like, damn.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
when I worked at the grocery store, I felt like that.
Yeah, because you get, especially Americans. I think we've got, like, we're in the top 3 as far as, like, overworked. Mm-hmm. Americans are overworked because basically of the Protestant work ethic, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I
didn't.
But it
really,
gets
I
to
would
the
have not guessed that.
It gets to the point where. Oh yeah, Americans we're very aggressive. Like other people.
I thought that our 9 to 5 was us being not like the rest of the world.
No. We work. I mean, obviously, sweatshops and things like that. That's a separate category. But yeah, I mean, Americans are. We're hard workers compared to the rest of the world, and I think that's. This is it right there, right?
Yep.
I think that's great to a degree, but obviously, it what it does is. When you have people working that hard for that long, it kind of inflates the capability of a company, which then affects the prices, right? Mm-hmm. Because you got people working so hard that you can cover certain things so that you can earn more money.
Yep.
But then you are basically working these people to death. And I don't mean death like necessarily like, oh, you're going to work them till they die. But I remember like when I was working with your ex, it was at Walmart distribution center. Because I just wanted something. I had just got back, right?
Yeah.
I had got back from my last assignment, and I just wanted something completely different, whatever. So I jumped in with him. But the guys there are like all of them, it was just like this very dead, and you'd see them clock in, and it was just like,
Oh,
like,
God.
and and they work you, man. They were like, I'm gonna show these guys a picture of what I looked like when I was working at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stream logo is right down there. So I don't know, Saber Wolves, where do you live? So yeah, but he's sitting here talking about, there's got to be more than this. There's got to be a bigger reason I exist. Work to eat, to earn my keep, to ensure somewhere to sleep and spend the weekend buying shit. Don't need economists to know I need a pot to piss. Follow politicians, man. I ain't got time to think. What I got to do to set aside for my retirement, coppa double shift, pay somebody to watch the kids. Sick of all this.
And that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's...
So now he's got to work a double. That's what I'm talking about, that work ethic. And that's great, but now he has to pay somebody to take care of his kids.
Right. So then part of the time that you're working is just
correct
going toward that, and you're not even around your children. It's just, it's such a difficult thing. And then over here, did you see this? Trapped in a network, lucky just to get work. Like, we're in a system where you're lucky if you have a job.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Dore talks about this a lot. Like, how are we the richest nation ever, and we have all these poor people in our country?
It's all going to the top.
Yeah.
And I think that, honestly, and I hope that I would never change off this, but I think that if I, like, had some random weird flip on it, you would probably help center me. But, like, the idea that, like, you're going to sit on billions of dollars or millions of dollars and you're not going to try to open stuff up for other people to be able to make a really good paycheck. I don't even understand that. Like, that level of, you're going to die with that money. You can't spend all that money.
Correct.
All that money's flying in, and it's just going to, but I think that this sort of, the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. And I think that if you love money more than you love people, then you're going to become obsessed. It's that dollar more mentality. Like, there's never going to be enough. And you have to keep, once you fill one account, you got to fill another one. There's that story in the Bible of the rich guy that once his whole thing was full, he, instead of saying, well, maybe I could be more generous, he goes, I'll have to build another storehouse.
Yeah.
And then that's when God said, all right, tonight your life is required of you. So he had all that, and it's just wasted. It's wasted on storage units and whatever, instead of, like, actually going to help the greater good. We shouldn't have people in the situations that they're in, and people shouldn't be struggling with barely, minimum wage, people getting paid minimum wage. And when I worked, I remember there was a 40-year-old woman that had to come back to work. I was a teenager. I was her boss. I felt weird about that. Here's a woman that's birthed children. She's run her own home, but now she had to go back into the workforce because money was tight. And she was making minimum wage less than what I was making. Like, after you pay the babysitters, like, how much was she really making? At that point, it was like $7 an hour or something like that. What?
Amy using shop talk. Okay. Radix malorum est cupidatus is greed, not money. Yeah. I'm listening to this guy. What's really interesting right now, though, is people aren't working.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't get Starbucks today.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been up. I barely got any sleep. My grandparents are not doing good, so, went up there to help them. My mom's, it's just a big, giant story, and I was exhausted. Plus, I think when you see people that you love, like, not doing well, it just, like, sucked life out of me. It was so sad for me. I came back, I was so tired. Vinny was in the middle of talking, and I just fell asleep, and I knew we had the stream, so I'm like, I'm going to get some coffee. Well, the regular drive-through Starbucks is closed because they have lack of staff. So I'm like, well, I'll go to Shaw's and get a Starbucks. I go in there, signs up. Sorry, no, they're closed also.
Even Shaw's?
Even the Shaw's one.
La ilaha illallah. Damn.
Dunkin's still open.
Yeah, but so now, we're walking through Best Buy I think I took a picture of it.
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
did.
hey, we're doing $15 an hour. I'm like, holy shit. All we needed was 100,000 dead people for you to give your folks a living wage.
So during a pandemic, when you're making less money at that store, that's now you're going to hire people at an actual living wage.
Yeah, and you know what? Negative vibes, if the financial situation our country is in happened because people organized, got together and said, no, we're collectively not working, that would be great. But what happened was we had this anomalous thing that nobody really knows how it spread or where it originated from. Shout out to Jon Stewart. And it's completely anomalous. It's the once in a 10, 15 generation type of situation. So now it has drastically not only shifted our economy, because I was using Zoom and all that shit like 5-6 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Just because of the necessity of my, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, now it's like, yeah, the attitude of labor has changed, and it's kind of crazy. Like the balance of power has shifted. And what's interesting is if I was still in the labor force, I would take this and I'd say, guys, this is the perfect time to unionize because we have these people by the nuts. They need us. Now, they've always needed us, but we've never had. What's interesting is you now have a financial safety so that if you unionize and go after the man, because, I've been in situations, I've been in situations people like try to union, like the minute they said union, they were gone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
And then nobody had their back because they don't want to go.
Nope.
But now, the workers now have a situation. And it's crazy to watch Fox News and see how many times the workers are being called lazy. They're, asking for handouts, yada, yada. It's just hilarious to me to watch these millionaires. And I'm not mad at you for being a millionaire, but you can tell that their mindset is, come on, guys, there's an order to society. We're on top, you guys at the bottom. Get back to the fields. Mm-hmm. Sorry. That's not going to happen at this point. I think people, look, if you're in the labor force right now, you should 1,000% seriously consider unionizing because this is a small window. And I'll tell you, I've been around those people, okay? They can adapt like you would not believe. So there you go. Do what you will with that, dear listener. Yeah, I know. I'm kicking my Middle Earth. As soon as this shit happened, I should have been buying stock.
Oh my gosh.
In Zoom. Hell yeah.
That's true. It's true. Well, see that? Right there. Greed could never leave well enough alone. They keep on squeezing till we bleed from every bone and will strive hard and stress about the rent, probably still die poor and in debt without a cent. That's awful. And there's so many people in that situation. Like, I know people that have worked so hard their entire lives and they don't have anything but debt. That's not right.
Yeah.
That should be for lazy people.
Well, I was talking to a guy. He said I was virtue signaling. And he said, don't you believe in personal responsibility? Which, of course, if you spend 2 minutes in our house...
he believes in personal responsibility.
You would probably say I believe too much in personal responsibility. Mm-hmm. So that's not the issue. The issue is not personal responsibility. The issue is, at the end of the day, is it right that in the richest, most advanced country the world has ever produced, that we have people dying over things like diabetes at 28 years old, and it comes down to money? Mm-hmm. See,
he said he didn't go to the doctors because he couldn't pay the copay. Correct.
Which again, to negative Vite's points, this was 2012.
Yeah.
So he couldn't go to the doctor for the copay. So this guy, look at the structure. Look at the way the society's set up with this guy. So he can't pay to get into the hospital, whatever. He's got something wrong with him, but he can't fix it. And then he has to go to work. He's working, but he's working. All his money is going to his mortgage, his car, his kid, the babysitter. You know what I'm saying? And then what's left for him? And then the guy dies in debt. To me, I don't understand. This is actually something that really actually confuses me. When I look at Fox News, and I make a commitment to watch about an hour every 3 days. Because I don't agree with them most of the time, but I want to know where they're coming from, what they're thinking, what their mindset is, how their subculture is evolving. It's not. That type of thing.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of this patriotism, America, the left hates America. But simultaneous to that, out of their mouths, when you talk about healthcare, they say you're being a socialist. But it's Americans who are dying. So if you're patriotic and there's this thing that's killing our countrymen and women,
why does that? Yeah.
how is it not? How isn't it patriotic to say, I'm not going to let that happen to an American?
Yeah.
You know, Dorian was like, Canada has better.
Dorian's 16. He's our
Yeah,
16-year-old.
he's like, Canada has better healthcare than us. He's like, when I become president, I will never allow that to happen. And I'm like, that is the type of patriotism and nationalism I can get behind. Those people are taking care of their folks better than we are. We can't let that happen. We're America. We take care of people the best. That kind of patriotism, bring it on.
Yep.
But Fox's patriotism is overseas patriotism. Bomb the shit out of these people, fucking kill them, do whatever. And I'm not saying Fox News watchers are that way. I'm just talking about the culture makers in that ecosystem.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I think we will, like, once we hit a certain threshold in Amazon, try to do something where we can systemically get people at least on the path, because you could still make $2-3K a month on Amazon without doing, not going massive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll see. What do you get the score?
It wasn't my style of rap that I like. I will say the lyrics were good. Hey, what's up? Dave loves noodles. I think the topic is important, and I think it's become more important today, which is unfortunate because we should be getting better as we age as a country, and in some cases we're not. So I think I'm gonna have to go with I'll go with an 8.9. No, 9.1.
Shout out to Nick Inimic, who knows Larry Bird. Shout out to you, my brother. This has got to be the strangest post I've ever seen in my entire natural life.
Agreed.
And so because of that, I just had to do it.
Put it on blast for
What did you get the song?
9.1.
Oh, this is a 9.9. It's a really, really, really good song. The dude can rap his ass off, and he's doing real rap. No disrespect to anybody. Not throwing shade to anybody.
No. But
this is a dude that if we heard him at the lunchroom, we'd have said, yeah, come sit down. Come sit down. For sure, for sure. Other people, not so much. Other people couldn't hang in our lunchroom.
Vin out.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Go.